Unmute. This button, I think. Oh, shoot. I forgot we don't have all the cameras yet. Okay. Group 1 is back for their session 9, and as every week, as we do, we're going to go into the recap and get things going. Last session, the team began in one of the spare rooms in the house of the mage known as Arkificus. The team having been drafted for a mission to clear Reginald's name by Lord Baskins. Within the room, they stood together, and Reginald was able to create a private dome where they could talk safely away from the ever-listening ear from Antra. Arkificus told the team that Lord Baskins was likely looking for a wizard who was known to be causing trouble in the area, and was likely looking to increase his power. The esteemed mage also let the team know that he would be purchasing all of their adventuring gear for them upon their return, provided that they come up with a new name for their group first. During their conversations, Alena asked if Maya was perhaps the one whom they were looking for, and with a quick deflection from Reginald, he was able to convince his new employer that his sister was as mundane as they come, and is not of concern. Before resting for the night, Arkificus left the group with a choice. If they should return the mage that they are after to him rather than Lord Baskins, he would reward them with an item of their choosing. The next morning, the team was awoken and ready to begin their hunt with Antra, as she warned them to expect a possible fight with this rogue caster. They spent the days traveling towards the eastern coast to track down the mage, and after a fight with a group of nasty badgers, they awoke to a new day. So each of you has gotten a long rest for the night of Friday the 11th. This particular day in the realm is Saturday the 12th. So as you guys are... so as all of you awaken from your long rests throughout the night, if you guys remember, in the mansion, there was some kind of property going on where Antra was not able to wake you guys up at the time that she wanted to. So at this morning, bright and early, Antra is like pounding on a skillet, like, wake up, making sure everybody's awake, making sure everybody can hear her, like tapping you guys on the cheeks. What? It's time to go. Yeah, come on, we gotta get moving.
Aaron's still asleep.
She'll be going through tent to tent, looks over at Erevan, like picks up her malt, looks at who's awake.
Elena's definitely awake by now.
Looks at Karl. It's like shakes her mallet. I'll get him up, and starts walking over. Oh, and she like.
Did I crawl out of the back of my tent?
Okay, was he faking it?
Yes, most definitely.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so he's like, this will be funny, and he sees her like winding up the mall. Oh, jeez! Scoots his ass out of the tent. Oh, good. Look who's awake.
I'm up.
Good. We've got to get moving. We've got a long day ahead of us. We're just around the corner. I scoped it out earlier. I scoped out the land earlier. We're real close. And so it's time to move. So, if you're already, Viking, you are insane, dog. If you're ready, we can go.
We gonna have breakfast first?
I told you not to pack any food, didn't I?
But what if we got hungry?
You've got... Does Alena have... She has a sword, right?
Yes.
Well, you've got your blade. Plenty of game around here.
I've been up for a while. I was cooking some bacon.
Bacon. Have Alena make a Wait, did she pack food? I think she did before they left.
I have no idea if I did or not.
No, okay. Make a survival check. See if Alena would have gotten up early to hunt some little piglets.
Well, I only need 4 hours. Whether or not I went hunting is another question. Let's see. That's a 12. Survival is wisdom.
Yeah.
Probably. I need this page.
Plus 0
So,
for Alena.
just 12. Just 12.
Okay. Yeah, so if you think Alena would have gotten up to look for some breakfast, she would have come back with some scraps, enough to eat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about second breakfast?
So as you
I don't
guys,
think she doesn't know about second breakfast.
you guys just get the biggest eye roll from Antra.
Tea time? 11sies?
Yeah. So as the team wakes up, and if Alena wants to share her morning morsels
share.
with the team, okay. There's a little bit to eat. You guys will be okay for a little bit. Antra gets up and leads you guys. It's a fairly short walk from where you guys had camped out for the night. She leads you guys to sort of the edge of the ocean, where I don't think too many of you would be familiar with the ocean. I know a couple of you would. Let me turn down Hydra a little bit here. Okay, it's as quiet as it goes. A few of you are familiar with like the gravity and the size of the ocean. Actually, I think everybody is, except for Erevan. I think he's the only one who hasn't actually physically seen the ocean or witnessed it.
I lived in a swamp.
Yeah, but where Donengothar is,
It.
it is not immediately next to the sea. It channels into the sea, really. Either way, you guys approach the harbor side of Illoway Vale, and you can see further to the south of your current position where the Illoway Vale. You guys have heard of the port that you guys. Trying to remember. I think you guys know that that's how they bring in their human cargo, as well as a lot of their other supplies. It comes in through their eastern port, and you guys can see them off in the distance. Some ships are docking, some are leaving the docks, departing is the word I'm looking for. And as you guys approach the edge of the coast where you are, there is only this single derelict house with these heavy purplish stones that are well worn, and the building is definitely derelict at this point. Much of the grass scenery has grown up to the edging, and as you guys sort of wade through about, well, not for Karl, but for the rest of you, what would be about knee-high water. Yeah, it's about up to Karl's chest if it goes up to Harratuk's knees. You guys do approach the building, and you guys can see Antra kind of looking around. She's got a tight grip on her maul. It's awfully quiet here. And
Maybe nobody's home.
You guys can just hear the wading of the waters in the background. There are no strong waves at this particular point. You guys are inset enough in the land where the growth from beneath is kind of diffusing the waves as they come in.
Can you see anything?
To Antra.
I.
And she looks at you, and you guys are like the same height. Well, I can't see any more than you. And
I was just asking.
She points at Harratuk and Angene. Giants, look in the window, and you can see the the front double doors look like they're pretty sizable. They still look like they're in decent enough condition, solid metal, whatever they are. And there are windows on either side of the doors.
Angene is going to literally take that as a go look inside. So Angene is just going to start trudging forward, like, okay, I'll go take a look.
Yeah, all right. So as Angene approaches the building, you know, his I guess it would be below his knees. He's wading through the water, and as he gets to kind of a hard landing, just maybe like 5-10 feet before the building, that he can step up and be on the same base level as the door. And the closer he gets to the windows, it almost looks as though it is open as he's approaching, like he could just peer inside. The closer he gets, the darker this tinting comes into play. The window is flat on the bottom, and it kind of comes up to a small arching. And where he thought he could see inside, as he approaches, now he cannot. The opening is completely obscured. And
I call that back, like, what I noticed. I'm like, it's really hard to see inside. It's like you can see from afar away, but when you get close, it's all dark.
And
I go ahead and try and open the door.
Okay. Yeah, so as soon as Angene touches the door, kaboom! No, I'm just kidding. As soon as he touches the door, he just...
a mimic.
Yeah, right. He can feel this sort of humming kind of wave through the air for a second, and for now I'll say you're the only one that feels this. It's an energy he's felt before, mostly during his musical sessions. It's this almost like the universe kind of signaling to his very soul that as he's playing, energy itself aligns in a way that otherwise does not normally exist. It's there for a second, and then like he just kind of tunes in and tunes out for a second. And as he looks at the door, I will show you what he sees.
Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun. Sorry, this page keeps crashing. I gotta open it up again. There we go. Okay. So
I'm going to try and like mimic the noise, just in like silently, kind of like no.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna.
It was lower.
Yeah, there was like a treble that he just cannot achieve. Let me go to... Did I not set this up? There we go. Okay, so the stream can now see it, so let me share my screen to y'all. So Angene can see these small little green lights illuminate on the door, and you guys can all see it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So as he touches one, the lights seem to change. And if he touches the same spot, they change back.
This is fun. I like this.
And
I just start pressing them.
yeah. I didn't click a single one. Yeah. Whatever Angene clicks, it just so happens that it unclicked and put it back into the default
Original
setting.
Yeah, there you go.
So, just to make things easier, you guys can discern from together as a unit that this is some kind of game that you've all at least seen, maybe not in a magical sense, but in the real world, and that the objective is to get all of the illuminated keys off. So to make things easier, the positions of the dots here, just for those of you who have the 10 keys on your keyboard, just tell me which one you would like me to press. So if you guys don't have it, across the top it is 7, 8, 9. Across the middle, left to right, it is 4, 5, 6, and then 1, 2, 3 in the bottom.
Press lawful neutral.
God.
That one? Nice.
There you go.
Okay, don't do that. Antra is just like, "Ugh, this is above my pay grade. I'm gonna go look for a back door." And she carefully like wades through the water, making sure to keep her maul out of it, and just dips around the corner, peeks her head back. "Call me if you get it open." God, my accent's so awful today. I might just cut the accent.
2.
Dewey says. So you guys know, if any button that you click, it will affect the button you click as well as the circles around it in a plus pattern. So if you click 2, for example, so you'll see 4, 3, and 1 change. Click. It's like that.
Well, I mean, 2 would put it back on.
How do I fix this?
Talk to each other. What are you thinking?
We gotta get it.
Need to turn more.
Gotta turn a couple on. I think.
7.
Question. I guess that's kind of meta.
That's
Are we
fine.
turning them on or off?
Off. It says lights out.
Okay.
5.
Oh, let's try 4. It looks close.
Wait. Do 4 again. Hold on. I think I might have had it. The sequence. Do 1. Okay. Now do 4. Do... Shit. No. Damn it.
What were you thinking?
I was thinking, I forgot the turn off.
Hit 5. Then three.
So
And
close.
5 again?
Yeah. Just gonna turn that on.
There's a little bit to it. We've got to figure out a pattern. Otherwise, we're just getting to 1.
8 turns on. 8. Then 5.
5, yeah.
And then 9.
Yeah, 7 or 9.
And then 7.
Bam! Man, you guys cleared
Yeah.
that way faster than the other group. Okay.
We are smarter.
Hey, that's what I meant.
We are smarter. So,
Check his notes.
okay. They're not up. I already moved them.
Dang it.
But I do have this.
Took a screenshot.
I do have this big friendly sticky note to remind me.
I just
That
saw
is a
shooting star.
gorgeous background, by the by.
Make a wish,
Goodbye.
shooting star.
Wallpaper engine is.
Oh
legit.
yeah, thank you. Yes, yeah. I
Fucking love it.
I have 3. They're all different and they're all moving and they are just fucking stunning.
I'm glad that worked for you.
Yeah, I was watching Matt's stream once, and I'm gonna let the game load here. Stream, be aware you might get blasted with sound.
Let's go.
Matt had a live background of the Among Us figures like bouncing around, and I was like, "How the did you do that?" And he was like, "Wallpaper generator, bro." And I was like, what is it?
That's
He's like, it's on,
$5 on Steam
yeah,
to
it's like,
spend.
it's on Steam. It's like $5. I bought it immediately. Because at the time, my computer had been running ripped copies of Windows for like 8 years. And,
All the FBI!
and I had a black background for 8 years. And I saw this and it ignores that shit.
Through with that?
What's that?
Why would you let yourself go through with a black background?
I wasn't paying for
8
Windows.
years. 8 long years of being bored to death by your desktop.
Listen, I wasn't just staring at a black desktop. Like I was doing games which were not just a black screen.
Yeah, games.
Yeah.
Sounds like you were staring at a black desktop.
Yeah, right, yeah. Okay, sorry. Let me adjust my mouse here. Tailspire. Okay. That was good. Good job, guys.
Pick the group on the left.
Thanks.
Is this in position? It is. Good. I thought ahead. I see things falling. I'm gonna let that finish here for a second. Yes. So as you guys solve the puzzle, there's just the buttons on the door turn off. They illuminate. All 9 of them illuminate again, and then completely fade, and you hear a distinct click in the door, and it is now able to open.
I am going to go straight in, and yeah, I am not going no hazard,
Okay.
just straight in.
This is how you lose a commoner.
Angene has no reason to be afraid right now.
Fair enough. Erevan, I believe, is also in this one. And God, I am waiting for this next Tailspire update from the devs, because like the last post that they did, they were pretty close to solving the Hero Forge issues they've been having with integration into Tailspire. And what the crazy thing is, like, they already have it. Like they could just drop players in, no problem. But what they can't do is, so like when you guys face a direction, if there's a light on, your shadows like move with you. Like I don't know how well that's coming up on stream or whatever. But I think you guys can see that, right?
Yeah.
And then, like attack direction, all those things have to come into play with the Hero Forge, like metadata and all that stuff.
So getting the Hero Forge minis to animate?
To orient correctly, because they do have like size up and size down features. And, all of the entities on them, they want them to be like recognized. And so they're just going all out with this integration.
I have faith in their many copies of sales that they have the budget for the team to do this.
They have a timestamp on when it's going to release. I live in those dev notes. I'm like, when? Where the fuck is Harratuk? How hard is it to find a giant cow with an axe?
So we don't even have to put him on a
use the
milk
search
cart, and he's
bar.
already on there. Have you seen me? Just the cow.
What about the great white shark? Yeah.
Humanoid?
I think he's in monstrous. I think humanoid is actually it. Yep, there he is. Bang. Okay. Sorry about that.
Everyone is accounted for.
Angene's inside.
So yes, as Angene steps in now. Damn it!
Hey!
I forgot about that. Gotta move that. Okay, let's try that one more time. So as Angene moves inside, click, click, click. I doubt this. See, this is the annoying thing. Like, it on my streaming software on OBS, it looks fine. OBS looks fine, or Tailspire. But when I watch the stream back, it's choppy and it's awful. But anyway, so as Angene enters, make a perception check walking in.
First roll of the night.
On YouTube, then that's really what.
19.
Woo!
Hot damn! Yeah. So immediately, Angene is... He's going to see at least back there. So, of the things on this floor, I would say the things that jump out immediately in order of, I'd say, prominence. So the tiling and the brickwork on this building are both, they are ornate, they are well done, they look expensive. And off in sort of around the center screen there, you can see this purple undulating material. Angene has never seen this kind of plant, fungus, food. He's never seen it before, in this thin, wiry kind of spider web like structure. And it's
Seen this anime, don't go in.
it's not everywhere, but it is there. And these paintings back here, Angene can immediately recognize that Reginald is in these pictures with two other mages two other people who look like mages to Angene. They're on a uniformed robing of some kind, and they have all got their spell books and they've got big smiles. But Angene does not recognize them. And then near what should be the top of your screen, he can see just this soft glow and papers strewn about in the very back of the room.
Okay.
And I don't know if you can see it very well in Tailspire. There is a door right here that is also super obvious.
Okay. I'm gonna look back to the rest of them and be like, well, nobody's in here that I can see. I'm gonna just keep going in. I'm gonna go to the door over to the side.
You don't
Walk
think
in.
those?
Step.
I'll follow in.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow in as well.
You don't think...
Those magic types are about having traps. Also, where's Entre?
She went around back.
Do you think we should fetch her?
Honestly,
Nah.
she kind of gives me the creeps sometimes.
All right.
I don't know if we don't know if this person's a bad person, but we do know that she wants to hurt them and bring them in. So we need to see for ourselves before we let others make decisions for us.
Is it the mole? Is that what's scary?
It's the pallor of her skin, and the way she handles herself. She's not very nice.
A little rough and tumble, aye.
I'm gonna just go ahead and try and open the door.
Yeah, that one opens without any trouble.
Cool.
And Angene finds a staircase.
Huzzah!
Huzzah!
I can't walk down those stairs.
I'm gonna just look behind and like, I'm going upstairs, I guess. I really don't want to go in that purple stuff. Up I go.
Up he goes. Is Erevan, is he doing anything?
Yeah. I guess I'll follow them in. I'm being very cautious.
Okay. Yeah, from
Going crazy.
from what all of you can see, the room looks rather ill-used. Much of the decor, and there are lanterns that you guys can light as you enter in. Much of the decor is fairly dusty and well worn, despite the more ornate nature of the building itself. A lot of the furniture looks like it may have been rather nice in its heyday, but over time, and from the advanced state of moisture around the building, it looks like it's succumbed to the moisture over time. They don't have those silica packets in this particular dimension. So I'm picking you up over here and taking you over here.
It's the upstairs.
So I'm gonna plop. So he does.
Purple stuff.
Yeah, he sees that still kind of etching out from under the wall there.
Huge.
He could probably see that much just from where he's standing. Looks like a hallway.
Well, attempting to not touch any of it, I'm going to sidle my way through to
Sidle, good word.
main room.
Yeah, it's not hard. It doesn't even if he
Reach
like
out that far.
does that curious like foot tap, squish squish. It does not react to his step.
Very nice.
So he can see a little bit further into the room now.
Okay.
So I am gonna
Pop back over.
pause on. Yeah, all I'm gonna hear is you guys can hear him creeping around on the floor above you, and dust rains down just a little bit as you guys are in the lobby.
Other than trying not to step in the purple stuff, there is no creeping happening. It's thud, thud, thud.
Yeah, you guys can. Yeah.
There's no subtlety.
What would you guys like to do?
Where's the photo of the three wizards?
I don't actually have a prop of three wizards, but
I was assuming that was the photo.
Yes, this
Quote unquote.
this painting right here is the three of them, whoever the other two are.
I want to get as close as I can to that without stepping in that purple stuff. I just kind of want to inspect the painting to see if I notice anything.
Yeah, from what Alena can tell, it's clearly Reginald. He definitely looks he looks a little bit younger, but not by a whole lot. His head was completely shaved at the time, whereas now his hair has grown out a bit, and he has those etchings, if you guys remember, in the left side of his hairline. The spellbook he's carrying, I believe Alena has... I can't recall, actually. Well, Alena and Erevan were in the room with Reginald when he was packing up to go see Archificus, so she can see the spellbook he has in this picture is the same one that he has been carrying around. It's hard to tell where they are by the scenery. Alena is not familiar with, or is not able to recognize the style of buildings or any particular monument that is in the picture that she would be familiar with. But it's the three of them.
Is there anything I notice about the other two wizards? I guess they don't look familiar at all.
No, they don't.
Okay.
Which Alena, that's not a stretch for the particular situation that she and her friends are in.
Do they kind of look similar to what Reggie's wearing, like clothes-wise?
Yes, they are wearing... I hesitate to call it a uniform, but it is... It rather than a uniform to a school, their style between each other is uniform. So it looks like they may have formed maybe like a private grouping among themselves. You don't see any patches or scholastic coloring or academic colorings. They're very nice robings. Each of them are a different color, but they may have been sewn or hewn by the same what would that word? Seamstress.
Mhm.
I almost said loomster. And you
I
can
like that.
you continue to hear Angana thud 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 thud.
I'd like to kind of sidle in on that right-hand wall towards the books and see if I can A, see around that left-hand corner, and B, get closer to the books.
So, can you see my mouse?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Carl wants to go this way towards these books.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, it's even if his foot. Can I put you right here? No. God.
Step over and around. I'm sorry.
It's fine. He's gonna see it anyway. So even if he like touches the strange purple material, it does not seem to react to him. And over here,
Ooh, table.
he can see quite a few things on this table. And
Let's have a look-see.
I'll get back to you in a second. Harratuk and Erevan, what would you guys like to be doing as your friends are entering the domain?
I will enter the domain of the
You'll do
creepy.
it.
Yeah. I'm inside, but I'm staying by the door.
Okay.
If the doors close, I'm gonna try to get out. No.
The doors can close, but they are not
Do
closed.
they close on their own?
Not without the interference of a god.
Or Scooby Doo.
yeah, right.
The day Erevan jumped out a window.
he goes out like Jazz from Fresh Prince. Ah. Okay, so I'm gonna step back to Angana here.
Huzzah!
So Monsieur Angana, as he enters the space here, he can see on this side there's an old dusted bookcase, a table and chair maybe where somebody would have gone to read any of those particular books. Nothing on this shelf really calls his attention. It seems like basic forms of mathematics, relatively
Yes,
maybe not. Well, he's not. No, he's a decent intelligence.
Yeah.
A lot of the modern sort of schools of thought on sciences and mathematics, things that he's familiar with, people he's heard of. A lot of the basic principles he can see are on the shelf. And sorry, I'm trying not to spin the camera around too much. It's just I'm trying to show you everything.
No, I get it.
Yeah. Over here seems to be. Can I remove? Yeah. Okay, we're still okay. Do I have? There you are. Sorry, let me patch this real quick. Click, click. Over here, he can see there are two doors, one on either side of the wall here. An old rug. And he can see more of that purple tendril, whatever it is, eking out under this wall as well as under this strange cabinet here.
Angana is just going to see the door to the room across from him, and it's just like, well, first thing I saw. So Angana is also going to call out like, "Hello, anybody in here?"
And yeah, those of you downstairs can certainly hear him.
But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and try and open the door across the way from me.
Yeah, heavy creaking
open
door.
everything.
But I think I heard Adam.
I was just laughing because he's just running into everything.
Um,
The room is-
John would be proud.
Exactly.
see if I can turn
No
this.
backup, just going everywhere.
I am
Euthrax!
I'm pretty convinced this is gonna be. Yeah, sorry, checking on a few settings here. So yes, as I'm gonna heavy creak on the door, no resistance on opening it.
Oh, fucking classy.
He finds a rather nice sort of I don't want to say an estate room, but what looks to be a nice bedroom. Yeah, there's a bed over here in this corner as well as a nightstand. And we will come back to this. And a bear rug for that extra comfort.
It's actually a real bear.
It's a mimic of a bear.
Stab it.
Alena.
I want to go across the room to the right to like the one circular door.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to go check the one closer to the main door.
So they look.
Check that out.
They look more like. More like ornate, sort of. They may have been ornate carvings at one point, and you guys can tell this is a very lavish place here, and the same purple entity that is eking out further and further over the flooring here has grown its little fingers across these carvings or whatever they are. Karl was looking this way at the time. Alena, being sort of between the doors and specifically looking at them, she can see that the door on the left has a deep, like pointed inward, pyramid-shaped missing piece. This door is not missing anything, but she doesn't see any kind of similar shaped carving, at least not in the center portion. The rest of the doors appear to be the same, but the centers are different, and the one on the left is missing a significant chunk.
Okay. Then I'm gonna kind of search around on this floor to start for that missing pyramid chunk.
Sure. Harratuk, would he still just be standing by the door, or would he inspect anything?
I guess just looking around the room and like over his shoulder, out the door, just keeping an eye out for any movement.
Okay, Erevan?
I'll start going up the stairs because Angene is there alone, and that's dangerous.
Okay.
It's dangerous to go alone.
Take this. It's just an Erevan minifigure from Erevan. Yeah, so as Harratuk is watching outside, I was gonna have her sneak up on you guys, but since he's looking, Antra comes in. Oh, you got it. Oh god. And Karl. So he finds quite the merry little nook. So
Ooh, action figures.
This is
That looks like a lot of money.
They're like battle placement pieces. So
they play D&D here?
so Karl, make
RPGception right there.
this would not be. Well, there are like you guys already did some of the carnival games, but there is a carnival game I really want to do. If you guys have heard of, Vinny, I know you have, Midnight One Night Ultimate Werewolf. You guys have to like figure out who's the wolf and stuff. I think that would be freaking hilarious if we did that in character. That would be so amazing.
All I'm saying is that if there is a character named Dan, I am stabbing them. Not just fucking calling them out. I'm just gonna be like,
dead
for the better.
Yeah, Angene breaks every moral code he has. It's like, you done. Yeah. Karl, give me. let's say investigation.
Oh boy. Ooh. That's a solid 16.
Ooh, yes. Excellent.
RP.
So as Karl approaches this table, maybe he thinks, oh, game night looks like it was a hit. And as he's looking over the board, he's looking at these piles of books on the ground, and a lot of them seem to be old battle tactics and formations, as well as strategies to... I wouldn't say it's anything as encompassing as Sun Tzu, anything along those lines. It's more basic war tactics of, like, this is your target and this is you. Like, you need to have a lot of things in line before you even think about, and this is a really creepy song too, before you even think about going in on your target. And he can see quite readily that whatever they were doing here, they spent a lot of time in this particular area reading and making notes on, like, the pages are scattered all over the floor. They have a cushion here where they could, change positions if they needed to. And the 16 was to recognize this particular map, while the digital version here is not super accurate. It still does its job.
Good representation.
He can see that there is a little compass right here, pointing north. And while this map doesn't quite show it, he can see the 4 arcs of Eloi Vale. And the south has a statue, and the east has their statue, and the west side has a ring around it, and daggers literally pointed at the west arc. But as far as
what in the fuck?
As far as, like, literal documents go, there's no, like, there's nothing verbally says, like, attack here, or there's no visible plan of there's no attack plan saying, like, we will go after the west arc of Eloi Vale. It's sort of documents on strategy, things pointing towards the west arc. That's about as much as Karl can find and recognize.
Poke my head around the corner and see if Antra is standing there.
Yeah, Karl. Sorry if this is a little laggy. My computer's just chugging.
Looks fine on Discord.
Okay, good. Yeah, Antra she's looking around. She's still got a hard grip on that maul, man. And she comes up on Harratuk like she was gonna scare him, but he saw her. And Karl sees her.
Got something important looking over here.
And she, without really even waiting a second, looks at you, and she doesn't seem to notice the purple stuff. At least not when you had called her. She just tramples on over it. And in her voice, she'll be like, yeah, what is all... Oh.
We got a table. Looks like tactic books.
Yeah, and
Attack plan, perhaps. It certainly is menacing with daggers pointing at the west side.
She'll put them all away, and she'll look at a few of the pages. Oops. She'll look at a few of the pages and inspect
Kind
them.
of amateur.
It is. And she'll just look and study that for a moment. As we return to the second level.
Dun dun dun.
So Angene can, unless Erevan is like stealthing or something, Angene can hear him approaching
I'm
from...
stealthing and sneaking up behind him. No, just kidding.
Oh, okay. I was like, you can.
Angene definitely would not be in the noticing mood.
Yeah, so Angena can see quite a few things. He does see additional bookshelves here. They have these little bird skulls on them. I don't know if you guys can see that really well.
Yeah.
There is another fireplace up here, and there is another fireplace. We'll leave it at that for a second. You know, bed, nightstand, a desk with various looking notebooks and vials and little pots of things that he probably can't see at this particular distance, as well as a little statuette here and a bear rug.
How lived in is this area look? Like, does it look like somebody's been in here recently, or
compared to the downstairs? Yes, this looks a lot more fresh. The candles are I don't know how to quite describe the freshness of wax.
Well, they don't have a bunch of pools of wax around them. They have less wax drippings.
Yeah.
Than the ones.
They look recently replaced. Yes.
Okay.
And
Angena is going to notice that and then go, "Oh, nobody in here," and just walk out.
Yeah.
Like,
no, nobody's in there.
Erevan, there's a lot of cool stuff in there, but I didn't see anybody, so I'm gonna keep checking around. I am going to go to the wardrobe.
I'm gonna continue to follow him.
Yeah, Erevan
I'm
can.
gonna say about like 5 feet back from him though, just in case something happens.
Oh, but Narnia.
Erevan can plainly see the same growing little tendrils here. So yeah, and I actually cannot interact with this prop, but
I'll keep my hand on my sword though.
okay, yeah, is Angena. Oh, here we go. What a nice. It's empty. There is. I can't actually open the doors on this item. But from what Angena can see, it's just an empty wardrobe.
If he touches the back of it, does it feel hollow?
Make an investigation check. Eli.
Punch it. No, just
That is a 16.
Okay. So I gotta open my window. It's getting hot in here. Yes. So yeah, not only does it feel hollow, sound hollow, just his little interaction with the wardrobe itself, he notices it shifts a little bit, and looking down, he can see in the growing tendrils, he can see where there have been left, right drag marks that have actually severed them, and he can see very clear separations of between the tendrils.
Angena is going to just go, "Oh, okay," and slide open the door.
He's gonna move the thing.
Yeah, the back of the.
The entire wardrobe moves.
Yeah, like the entire wardrobe moves. Okay.
Yeah, so
All right.
yeah, he moves the entire thing over, and he can see a door ? Some kind of structure that shares that same purple growth over it.
Oh shit.
Oh, that's weird. I'm just going to kind of like see if it budges.
Yeah, as soon as Angena touches it, click, chick, 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 chick.
Ooh, that's cool.
The panels separate, and we're gonna go back downstairs.
Dude!
I mean, you guys could totally just be like, hey, I want to forego my turn. Like, yes. So, Karl, Antra continues to inspect the war table. She is putting a great amount of detail into looking over every aspect of this map, trying to memorize it essentially, and is looking at different books. She'll look at some of the pages on the ground, see that like nothing is really disturbed, and she'll make her own notes on the pages, and you can hear her just very softly muttering to herself.
I'm glad she's involved with that, but I want to look back over my shoulder. Is that a chest I see in the other corner of the room?
This direction?
Uh-huh, yeah.
Yes. So, Carl can see that this looks like a has not been used in quite some time. Former kitchen or food preparation area.
Oh, can I go check the shelves?
He bone dry. There
No.
are bottles and old jugs that he can Carl can get a whiff of alcohol, and he's like, "Oh," but they've
Sad.
yeah, and these are old dishes and dishware in the cabinets and storage.
Okay.
And I think that I put stuff on the shelves. They came with them, yeah. Alena.
I'm gonna go over to where the desk where Antra's at.
She's on the stool.
Specifically looking for this pyramid piece, but also I just want to check above, below the desk, just kind of looking around too.
Yeah, she doesn't even seem to notice that Alena is hovering. But now Alena can see this same map and these strategy guides and map of Illu Vale.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing resembling the key.
Can I check under the table for it?
Yeah, she looks and nothing, because it's a significantly it's a large piece that's missing, and she's not sure. Harratuk, any movement?
I'm gonna continue to stay by the door and check the room and outside the door.
Cool.
Just ready with weapon.
Ready with weapon. Sure. Okay. Back upstairs.
Dun dun dun.
So within this room, we are gonna take a break, and we're gonna take a quick 10-minute break. I need more water.
Yeah, Joe, I get it. Roll initiative. Okay,
Yeah.
I understand.
It's another 16. Wow. Yeah. So by my phone here, it is 8:12. We're gonna do another 10-minute break, and we will be back.
Ooh.
Oh, shoot. Wrong monitor. There we go. Okay. Hopefully the stream looks okay. We'll see. So, for those of you on the top level here, as he can definitely see a continuation of the, oh, what did I just do? Nothing, thank God. He can see a continuation of the purple growth coming. This time, he can clearly see it growing up and out. So, wherever this purple growth is coming from, it seems to be coming from below. He
I
can.
dare you to touch it.
He can. Go ahead.
I did touch it on accident, right?
I said it more along the lines of if he touched it out of curiosity, like nothing would happen. So
Okay.
you can determine if he actually did.
Yes, he did. If only because he's very clumsy and would have been like trying to not touch it, but touched it because he was trying not to.
Yeah. So as he's walking on it, he can feel it move a little, like it almost retracts to the crushing of under Angene's weight here. But it's not snapping and like eating him alive.
That's still unpleasant though, so I'm gonna be like, ooh, sorry.
Oh yeah, he can feel it.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and just go straight in.
Yes.
And look at all the stuff going on in there. 'Cause there's some gnarly stuff.
Yeah, so a lot of things jump out.
Draw my sword.
Erevan's okay, yeah. So Angene can hear the clear shh behind him.
You okay there back there, buddy?
Just making sure we're safe.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. I've probably been walking through this place a little too reckless.
So I'm just showing you guys this side. There's nothing on this particular wall, just so you guys have a feeling of the
What
room.
if those rugs against the wall are mimics?
There are rugs here, yes. Okay, I have
don't know.
Kai's answer.
But,
So,
do they look like nice rugs?
like okay. So in this particular room, Angene, let's just say right to left here. So the rugs, there was a mirror in the corner. This particular pedestal. Erevan, it actually is with you. So, Erevan, looking at this pedestal. So both of you entering the room and looking around the vicinity of this pedestal, you can hear whispers emanating from around the kind of purple orb you can see positioned on the top center of it. The skull, and I don't know how well you guys can see that. There is a skull there, and the horns are kind of growing around and holding the orb.
Okay.
Erevan, he's trying to think of how I want to phrase it. It reminds him of Jack Hughes.
That's weird.
And it is and it is not at the same time, because this skull is massive. It's a very large skull, and the horns, are also equally as large. And Jack was not of that size. But the formation of this, the way this skull is shaped, and the way the horns are growing are protruding from the back of its skull, he's very much reminded of Jack Hughes. It's almost, he feels like he's looking at a more extreme version of Jack, as though it were untamed, or it just continued. Like, whereas Jack is very refined. He was one of the biggest influences on Erevan, and whatever this thing is, he knows it's not Jack, but he cannot shake the feeling that they're not. That they're not so different that they're unrelated entirely. I hope that makes sense. And both of you can both clearly identify that these soft whispers and murmurs that you're hearing in your ears are coming from the orb on top of the skull.
Is it like a orb, like if it was like made out of glass or rock or something, or is it more like a fluidy type?
You want to go up and look at it?
Do it. Do it. If you don't, Angene will. Alright, Angene is gonna do it.
I'm gonna like, you should poke it with a stick.
I don't have a stick, but I'll go take a look at it.
So,
I'll stay right where I am.
I'm just like, I'm gonna hear the whispers in my ears. I'm gonna be like, hello, is there somebody in there?
yeah, so...
I was taught to be very wary of things, so I'm not going to go and poke it.
Yeah, so as so similar to since Angana was the one who looked in the windows, as he approached the windows, they darkened somehow, but when you cleared the door puzzles, when they actually they were cleared of that tinting, as he approaches this orb, and he just ding, he touches it, or he knocks on it.
Mm-hmm.
He can sense that the glass, or whatever this material is, it's glass-like, is incredibly thin and is very well made. The ringing continues on for like a set, like when you would tap finely made wine glasses together. He can hear that ring for a second, and this illuminated purple violet smoke in the center of this glass sphere just starts to slowly emanate and fill the empty space.
Uh-oh. It's a Palantir. Palantir. I'm about to see the Eye of Sauron.
And as it fills the space, actually, let me move you up here. Click. Erevan can see the full face of this thing, and the eyes of the skull start to illuminate in that same purple. And it fills these cracks and crevices and different veins going up the horns. And both of you...
That's cool.
Both of you can hear this deep... The hushes... Or, I'm sorry. The whispers... A voice breaks from whatever cloud of whispers is hovering in front of, behind, above, below their hearing senses. You guys would think you were surrounded by them. But this one voice is clear enough to where you both can hear it. Speak unto my dome, and provide my great mental library with new information, and receive the secrets of the world.
Ooh, that's mysterious.
I'm going to... I don't have any instruments on me, do I?
Mm-mm.
I'm gonna hum my mother's song.
It's not much, but it's a beautiful song. I don't know if that's something that you'd be interested in.
Make a performance check.
That is a... I don't have any proficiencies, right? No, I don't. Alright, that is a 14.
Since Angana has lived his life in music, he can add his proficiency in performance for music-related instances.
Oh, I forgot my charisma modifier, duh.
And you have lucky.
Yeah, well, that's, yeah, if I decided to.
Right.
So, with proficiency and charisma, that's an 18.
Okay, yeah. So, Erevan is sitting next to Angana. You said he hums it?
Yeah, he hums it.
And
Like, yeah,
yeah.
eloquently, but yeah.
yeah, and he hears I'm gonna hum this hauntingly beautiful tune. It sounds like it sounds like a lullaby at parts and jovial and others. And Erevan, I would imagine, certainly can find the beauty of, because I don't even, actually there was music going on at the celebration, so never mind on that bit. But it is a beautiful tune nonetheless. Vinny, roll a d20 for me.
Okay. That's a 5.
So as Angana hits that last note, even he has like, oh, that was pretty good. He can see the purple smoke within the sphere reacting to him as he hums, seemingly absorbing. And Angana can feel that same hum of energy again. I'll give you a second.
I actually made your phone die.
Es tut mir leid.
Es gut. And he can hear this voice whispering back to him.
You, sir.
Okay.
Those that travel and aid are known as priests. A deity with scales do they serve. On the 4 corners of the continent do they live.
Ooh. Typing notes.
And I am well, I'm not gonna argue that. So Erevan, he heard.
Did I hear that as well, or did
He heard Angana do the song, but he did not hear the response.
Okay.
But I mean, not knowing Angana, he'd probably just blurt it out.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah, so Erevan knows that whatever Angana fed this thing returned something. Well, Angana told him what it returned.
Speak into the dome for information, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is it still like kind of like for more information?
It has not spoken to Erevan again, but the purple coloration, remains.
Erevan describes a flintlock pistol, I guess.
Ooh, cool. Yeah, I'm into that. Yeah, roll a d20.
We good. So 13.
Okay. So Angana now is hearing Erevan go into great detail of a borderline expertise of the mechanical nature of this weapon that Angana has never seen. And he calls it a flintlock pistol. You said a pistol, right?
Yeah, I'm assuming that we're going similar to like flintlock or something like that.
Okay,
They're
yeah.
Quite revolvers, but not quite flintlock. It's weird in this world.
Yeah, right. And he describes with intricacy and detail this weapon, and as the purple smoke continues to again seemingly absorb the information that you guys are sending it. I'm going to skip this song real quick. This might be a little loud for the stream. I don't know. The answer that Erevan gets back. There are those that change their very skin to suit the occasion. Beware thee of such creatures, for they may be wearing you as cover. Ooh. And with that one, so Angene did not hear that response to Erevan, but both of you can see the purple light within the dome of this pedestal begins to retract, and the colors fade down the veins that where they had grown, or rather where they had illuminated up into. They begin to fade and retract in that same way, with the eyes being the last thing that dim and shut off, and the whispers completely dissipate. You guys do not hear anything else from this pedestal.
I tell Angene what I heard.
That's creepy. Not gonna lie, that's like very haunting.
Now we have to come up with a secret passphrase for everyone.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. I'll come up with one. Don't worry.
See a chest. I want to poke the chest with my sword. I feel uncomfortable now.
So Erevan is like filleting everything.
Okay. Well, there's things that can change their skin now. Now I'm worried.
Yeah, Erevan.
Inanimate objects? Can they be people?
Yeah, Erevan's like poking the rug. He's like tapping the mirror. He's probably a little daintier with the pedestal. And yeah, he pokes the chest, and Erevan.
Oh shit.
Oh damn. Yeah, so what would have been a surprise round definitely missed. I need Erevan and Angene to roll initiative, as Erevan is like, teehee, I'm gonna poke this chest, and in the classic Borderlands mimic style, it just bursts with teeth, with sharp teeth. It bursts from- I can't talk right now, dude. You fucking poked a chest.
Does he get an attack roll on it?
So now I have to be careful.
No, I'm actually gonna ask all of you to roll initiative, because you guys will clearly hear this.
11 is what I got.
Erevan is an 11. Angene?
13.
Oh Jesus.
Alena?
3.
Well, when this happens, I'm gonna yell, guys!
Harratuk?
Natural 20.
Ooh! Carl.
Big boy's coming to the rescue.
Yeah.
I knew I could have jump slash the chest.
17. So Harratuk 20s 1. Harratuk will be up first, followed by Carl. One, two, three, four, 5. Yeah, and then oh. Okay. Yeah. So as Angene is looking at is continuing to look at the pedestal there, and Erevan is like, man, how funny would it frickin' be if we found an actual Brah! Oh my god! And this thing, it tries to chomp down on him, but Erevan is just able to get out of the way of that particular surprise round. It is Harratuk up first. So for the sake of it, we'll call the stairway 15 feet.
Okay.
So you are right here.
My speed is 30 feet, so I'll just see how far I can get.
Yeah, we would say 1, 2, 3 doorway, and he is at this doorway. You do have your action to dash if you want.
Yeah, that would get me in the room.
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah, I'll do that. Weapon at the ready.
Yeah, so 5, 10, 5, 10, think that's 25, 30. There we go. Okay. So as Erevan, oh my God, get up here! Thump, bum, 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 bum. Harratuk is already there. Like, I have been actually waiting for this. Like, so Alena, you are next to Antra. She like stops writing for a second. You want to go take care of that? To Alena.
What?
Antra is she
Oh,
looks
yes,
up and she
yes.
can hear it going on, and she's like, "You want to take this one?"
Yes.
And she goes right back to writing. Karl.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to dash to make my way up there as well. I'm pretty deep in.
Is Karl
Yeah,
25?
I'm dashing too.
25, so I can
Okay.
get 50.
5, 10, 15, 25. 10, 15. I
Yeesh.
effing lost count. I think that's
Yeah.
5,
I think
6, 25.
just before that.
5, 10,
Or
15,
there.
25, right here. Yeah, I really lost count. Okay. Karl, Angene and then Erevan. Let me shift back here. So, let me grab a more appropriate piece here.
Mimic!
Oh, I know I have one.
Didn't they actually add a mimic? I thought they added.
Monstrous?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they did right there.
Yes, thank you. Click.
I thought they added some recently. I was reading the notes.
Whoa.
Yeah, that thing bursts into life. Angene?
You know
I
what you
am
got, we're gonna poke it with the
Going to. Would I be able to stand in the same tile as the table? Like, not all the way up, but like. No. How do I say it? East of. Directly east of Erevan. Not that way, like diagonally east.
Here?
Yes.
You can stand there. Yeah, you can
Okay.
scoot by the table.
I yell out to Erevan. I was like, I don't know, but I would get away from that. And I grab something off the table and I just chuck it at the thing. Like,
Improvised weapon. Yeah, make a ranged attack. Add your dex mod.
oh God. Fuck. 4.
Angene grabs this little like ball peen hammer looking thing. This thing is like whipping its little tongue over at Erevan, and Angene, yeah, and he hears a heavy like steel on steel cling, and hears chains rattling of this particular figure behind the mimic. Anything else?
Nope.
Okay, Erevan.
I'm gonna swing my short sword at it.
Swing!
Yeah, I can't move. So. Please be good. Yep, I'm not gonna hit it either.
Oh no, what was it?
Hold on. Your proficiency is just based off of.
You don't have proficiency.
Well, short swords I would because of,
Oh wait, you have the fighter feat.
yeah.
Yeah. That's right.
So it'd be. It's just plus. Forget how all that works with doing it like without everything else.
What's the attack roll?
No, so okay, because I have plus dexterity, so it'd be my dexterity plus my proficiency bonus, right?
You have a choice, yeah.
Yeah, so it'd be 9 to hit, which I don't think is gonna hit.
9. No, this thing he like tries to swing, and the little tongue like it like hits the fat part of the blade, and knocks it away. Anything else, Erevan?
That's all I can do.
Okay, this thing is going to. So I can't do it here. It will actually climb up the bookcase a little bit. It'll like go up the case, and whatcha! It'll whip its little tongue out at you. Ooh, natural 19. Yeah, that's gonna hit. You take. Oh, I can't read the number. You take 1 piercing and then 2 points of acid damage.
Owie.
After the mimic is Alena. Which I think you said you're just dashing up.
Yeah, I'm gonna dash up.
So 5, 10, 20, 30, 5, 10, 20. You just get upstairs. So yeah, you can definitely, Alena can definitely hear the ruckus going on. Top of round 2, Harratuk, you're up.
All right. So I can dash again, right?
You can if you're thinking of charging. I would say just because this thing is positioned actually on the bookcase and Erevan's in the way, he will not have clearance to charge.
Okay, well, then I'll just use my regular movement speed to approach it and
Say you
swing a
get
weapon at it.
get on that side, and Harratuk can feel this heavy chain like hitting him on the back. Make an attack roll.
What do I add?
What weapon are you using?
My great axe. I have a great axe, right?
Did you get one?
Did we get our weapons from Archifagus yet?
That's when you return.
So we're just bare-knuckled?
I think we had some daggers.
I think everybody got a dagger. Yeah. You have your horns
was the
too.
one that left us in the room.
I have
Yes,
a
I did.
dagger.
I know I picked up a short sword. Somebody else picked up a sword, but I don't know who it was.
Elena.
I have the
Yeah.
other sword.
Okay, so.
I'm on my way.
Well, just 11.
11 will hit.
Oh, okay.
So close.
It's okay. So he was close.
4.
4. Okay, yeah. It. Harratuk has certainly never seen anything like this. But whatever the heck this thing is, he can tell that he just did a pretty nasty little blow to it. It seems to be small. Harratuk and Antra's just gonna ignore everything. Karl, your little stubby legs are. Yeah, as Alena just like, pew, she whips by you. 5, 10, 15, 20 gets you. 20 gets you up.
I'm fast as fuck, boy.
So this is without dashing. You are upstairs. I'm actually going to put you behind Alena. Does Karl want to dash? Or is he...
Oh, yeah, I dashed.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't hear that part. 5, 10, 15, 25. He's in the doorway. Shit.
Yeah, blocking the doorway.
I am just spilling water MF everywhere tonight, bro. Okay. Anything else, Karl?
No, that's it.
Okay, after Karl, Angene, are you around?
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, okay. Sometimes cameras don't pop up on Discord for me. Okay, go ahead, Erevan. Angene.
I'll get it. Yeah.
I'm going to try and yeah. 1 second.
You're good. We'll come back to your turn. Erevan.
I will attempt to slash at it again, or stab it, whatever.
Try your slash.
Please work. Roll good. 18 to hit.
What was it?
18.
Yeah, 18 will hit.
So for the extra damage, just five damage is what it'll be.
Yeah. Erevan can tell he did all but kill the thing.
Okay.
It looks very weak now as it's it's trying to figure out what's going on. Angene held his reaction to do something after Erevan hit it. So
Okay. I am going to use my. I'm going to go ahead and grab another thing off the table and just chuck it at it.
you grab the square, yeah.
I grabbed the square. Yes.
Make a ranged attack.
20.
Unnatural?
Yeah.
Oh my fucking god.
Nice.
Begone!
Be gone. Thought.
Angene. So you literally. So number one, tell me how much damage you do. Because it's dead.
Improvised weapons, if you don't have proficiency, deal 1 damage.
I thought-
Only like tavern brawlers get that feat where they can use improvise.
I thought improvised weapons were always a D4.
I'm pretty sure that they're only ever a D1.
Only monks in certain classes get the D4 for it.
Yep.
Okay, so it's
For fists and stuff like that.
well, one is what you needed. So
Okay, perfect.
um,
There's typically like 1 plus your strength modifier and stuff, I believe.
Oh well, then 3. So.
Was a crit too.
yeah.
Well, there was no dice rolled, so no bonus damage dealt. Just a guaranteed hit.
Yeah, so
I like to think that that I'm just like, get away, and I throw it, and it just goes straight in its eye.
like a ninja star.
Yeah.
Like,
When the
well,
mimic dies, I kind of imagine that it dies like it closes its mouth on its tongue like that book in Harry Potter.
Yes.
yeah. So I'm gonna. The weight of the hammer was just. It was weird to him. He's much more of a finesse kind of guy. He doesn't look like it, but then he's like, oh, this is much more balanced, and just like splits the tongue in half, straight into the eye. Dead. Done. Can I? I think I can knock this thing over. Status knockdown. Perfect.
Fucking awesome.
Yeah, so Erevan, you're catching your breath a little bit as this thing just, has that final death gurgle.
I stab it a few more times.
Karl shows up eventually. Alena.
What's going on here?
So all 5 of you are in this room. Or would Karl and Alena have run into the room? I assume yes, but Okay.
Yes, because not knowing that the mimic was dead.
Yeah.
for
Okay.
sure.
Yeah. If I ever move you guys somewhere that you're like, I wouldn't have done that, just let me know and I'll move you back. Yeah. So you guys can see this thing. It looks like a chest. If you guys were to like kind of fuck with the dead body a little bit, but it has this strange gelatinous, almost kind of skin texture to it. And Angena is on a desk and is now missing.
Yeah, I climbed up on the table like 1950s housewife when there's a mouse.
And he's like got like that. What's left on the table here? He has like the piece of paper and the bottle like ready to go for like the next turns.
I go, is you dead? Is you dead? Please be dead.
Alena, make a perception check.
14.
Yeah. So, Alena knew what she was looking for from the bottom level. It was a pyramid-shaped something, and she can very clearly see it dangling from probably the strangest head-mounted piece she's ever seen, sort of not interacting, just making like uncomfortable contact with Harratuk's skin, fur. And yes, Angena can tell it is dead.
Okay, good.
Harratuk, could you hand me that pyramid behind you?
Jake, are you there?
Yeah, I just got back.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Can you hand Harratuk, can you hand me the pyramid behind you?
Sorry, I was out for a few seconds.
I want the pyramid behind you. It goes to the door downstairs.
There's there's a hanging metal piece
Sure.
behind Harratuk.
Okay.
So, yeah, Harratuk.
Yeah.
Hands
grab it.
over. Very cool. I assume Alena would just run down, click it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna go check that out.
So okay, we'll have that be Alena's thing. I'm just gonna go in order of the room here. Karl, what would he do?
Karl, you should ponder the orb.
Says Angena.
Wait, does the that purple orb thingy light back up now that there are new people in the room?
It does not.
What's the deal with it?
Yeah, Karl, he doesn't see anything. No, he doesn't hear anything. He doesn't see anything other than, this creepy frickin' stand here.
Poke it. See what's the big deal?
It seems very heavy. It doesn't even budge.
This?
Yeah, I tell Karl what I heard.
And I can repeat the stuff if you want to.
Yeah.
If anybody didn't catch it. Okay, yeah. Angena repeats he heard the statue said, "Those that travel and aid are known as priests. A deity with scales do they serve. On the four corners of the continent do they live."
Interesting. Doesn't mean anything to me.
And then I tell them what I heard.
So Erevan repeats his. Those that change their very... There are those that change their very skin to suit the occasion. Beware thee of such creatures, for they may be wearing you as cover.
That's super creepy. What's what are you gonna
And
do
then I stab
about
the
that?
mimic a few more times.
Yeah.
Make sure it's dead.
It's V dead at this point.
Can I search the mimic?
Make an investigation check.
As he's doing that, what's that sort of vanity to the right of the orb?
Please be good. 15.
15, yeah, he finds, say, 8 silver pieces, as well as, this will be a fun one. He picks up this, so, for the sake of stats, it's a dagger, but, specific shape and purpose-wise, it is a stiletto. So he finds this small, not small, but he finds a stiletto, and it has. Have you seen Adam? Have you seen that? What's that fucking the Tenacious D movie? I think it was just called Pick of Destiny.
Yes.
You know the way the skull looked on the Pick of Destiny itself?
Yeah, I think Christian actually handed some of those out.
I think he did.
Courtesy of me.
Yeah.
Yes,
I
the
have one somewhere around here.
rather than being green or whatever color it was in the movie, the guard beneath the blade and just above the grip, it doesn't have a sheath or anything. The guard looks like that skull, so it forms out of the grip, and the horns are what are acting as the guard to the dagger. So Erevan gets the feeling he could spend time and focus on the object if he wants to know what it does. Attunement, wink wink. But as it stands, he is not sure what it does.
He will definitely focus.
Okay, well,
Try to figure it out since he's getting that feeling.
over the next hour, yeah. So it's called the Slayer's Stiletto. It requires attunement to use. This weapon is treated as a +1 when attacking demons and devils. So Erevan will be focusing on that for the hour. I'm sorry, Karl, you asked me a question. Whatever, I can't think of what these things are called right now.
The vanity.
The vanity, yes. Karl goes through the drawers and looks at the mirror, and it doesn't seem to react or not have anything in the drawers. It's a very nice piece, though. He gets the distinct feeling that Sindri would love to have this in his shop, but it's pretty heavy.
Oh well. Anyone else find anything interesting?
Would I know what it is to answer him by now?
Not its properties, no. But it would be, it's a cool dagger, for sure.
I found this. I'm trying to figure out what it does.
Elena's yelling as she runs down the stairs. I've got the key.
Oh jeez.
like so excited. Harratuk, would he do anything with this remaining time?
Oh.
Jake, you there?
Jake.
Okay. We'll come back to Jake.
Maybe frozen.
Angene is gonna be like, well, that was interesting, but there can't be more than one dangerous thing in a house.
Okay, so yeah, everybody goes downstairs. Okay.
Oh, no. I wanted to go to the room across the hall from where we were.
Okay. So you guys get this little train behind Alena going, and then Angene stops short, and Erevan he's focusing on this dagger, bumps into him. Oh, sorry, miss. Keeps going. Yeah. I'll have Jake. Maybe Harratuk would go back to stand guard. I'm not sure. Yes. So Alena, I will move you. There. Karl, did you say you were going downstairs?
Yeah, I'm following behind.
Okay.
Yelling something about a key. I'm right there.
Karl.
Yeah, Jake just left, so he probably froze out.
Yeah, his laptop gives him fits with the camera sometimes. Would Erevan wander upstairs, or would he wander downstairs?
If he had bumped into Angene, he'd probably just continue to stay behind Angene to keep focusing on this cool new thing that he has found.
Okay.
Because he's probably just using his peripheral to kind of follow somebody to make sure
right.
he's on the right direction.
Yeah.
Yeah, so as Angene peers... Oops, wrong square. As Angene peers into this room, it seems a lot less ornate than the other. It seems more like a guest room. nothing from the doorway particularly jumps out at him. Kind of the same way as the first room.
Not everything.
Oh no, Erevan's starting to hear the voices.
Tell the pedestal no.
Take it all. Take all of it.
But from what Angene can see from the doorway, it seems like a guest room.
So there's nothing really that catches my eye.
Not like a mimic, no.
Okay.
Well, doesn't seem like anybody's here. Oh well.
And then I just trot downstairs like
Trot, trot, trot.
doo-doo-doo-doo.
Trot. Yeah, let me move you guys over here.
Hopefully I don't fall down the stairs.
Still focusing. Still focusing.
Roll a trick check.
So, Antra comes around the corner. She has a few. You can see her tucking away a few pages of notes, and she's like, I really wonder what we'll find next around here, because this is a pretty big deal. Right as Alena ka-chunk. Yeah. So this is one of the new pieces too. I thought this one was really freaking cool. It is a door, and it turns and all the pieces all break apart. And even the way it closes, like ka-chunk, spin, like, oh my god, how cool is that?
Some fucking Skyrim status.
Like, yum yum yum. Yeah, and Alena can. I'll move this wall for just a second because the stairs are actually. I had to hide them because. Where are you, stairs? Oh my gosh. There they are. When I built the scene, I gotta put that tile back.
Oh no!
I think I had a half tile there or whatever, but you could see under the wall, and that really freaking bothered me. I was like, I don't want that to. But yes, as you guys watch Alena open this door, it does reveal stairs that go down.
She's gonna go down.
I'm going to follow her because now I'm excited because there might be more places where people might be.
And
I am
I'm gonna lie.
I'm gonna.
Man and Karl there, and
A conga line to doom.
yeah, Antra is like, I don't know if we might want.
I'm already halfway down.
You missed the freaky box upstairs.
I'm already halfway there. Halfway there. Yes. So I have to shift. So this is the fun part. So as you guys descend the stairs, there is a very noticeable change in decor here. So you can definitely see the purple entities that have been sprawling out over the floors are 100%. They are growing from this area. And you guys can see downward here is where it continues. So for the sake of things, I'm going to have Alena lead here.
So, Joe,
Yes.
I got disconnected again for like a minute or so.
Okay. You can hear me just fine now, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So the only thing you quote unquote missed, you didn't really miss anything yet. Alena had the key that Harratuk handed to her. And can you see my screen?
Yep.
Oops. So this door animation here, she plugged the pyramid into the wall, and the door opens up.
Wow.
That's great.
And you guys can see the. Oops, I need that to be there. You guys can see this is the source of those strange purple growths. And Harratuk is the only one who does not have dark vision. So he can. Oh, my heart. My heart.
You're gonna sit and watch it. You have to be quiet. Okay.
So as Harratuk definitely can like reach a lantern if he wanted to take one, since he's the only one who does not have dark vision. Okay, so we'll actually I can do this. I can enable torch, and now Harratuk glows wherever he goes.
Yes.
And so.
Holy cow!
Oh God, you scared me, Matt. Don't do that. Jeez. So as the team, as you guys trepidatiously descend the stairs, you can feel an ambient change in the temperature. It's significantly warmer down here than what a basement really should be. There are small signs of there are small signs of leaking coming in through the walls, and you can hear it trickling down the stairs into this deeper dungeon, if you want to call it that. So going forward, just for the sake of it, Vinny, can you mute your mic?
Sorry.
For the sake of it, we'll say Erevan at this point is attuned to the dagger, and he knows what it does now. Yeah, we can do a couple chambers here as you guys are moving downwards. So I'm just gonna move Alena just to make things a little easier for me for this particular portion. What am I doing? We need some ambience, right? How about it's a little bit darker? How about a little bit of nighttime? I can make it darker, and then bring up the exposure so we can actually see what the heck we're doing here. So Alena can see in the dark, up to 60 feet. It's very difficult for her to find a solid, any solid purchase on the ground as she's going over these different stones and all of this rubble, and she's hit with a lot of different scents at the same time. So Alena would not be familiar with like farming.
Mm-hmm.
But I think she'd be familiar enough with like the scent of blood at least. So
oh yeah.
She gets this strange fusion of smells. It smells like death, like stale blood, but she's also getting moisture. So if you guys have ever walked by, when you guys walk by like those open vegetation sections at groceries, and they're just like freshly watered, it has a real earthy smell to it. It's those
it's called petrichor.
It's called what?
Petrichor.
That's the name of like the smell.
Yeah, petrichor.
Interesting.
Yes.
Interesting. Alena can get the distinct fusion scent of death and petrichor, which is a metal band name if I ever heard one.
I believe you don't know that word.
It's literally the blood of the rocks.
Interesting. So Alena can see.
Vegan death metal.
Bravo. Alena can see there are two ways. There is forward there, which is where she can get the more death scent from, and then there is a much wider path to the right where the petrichor scent is coming from.
I think Elena's gonna draw her short sword and walk towards the smell of death.
Okay. So as she enters this first chamber, she is immediately hit with the acrid stench of decaying animals. They actually didn't have a great selection of like animal bones. They were all human skulls and rib cages, so I didn't put any bones down. But there are various piles of animal bones down here, and there are slaughtered animals sort of strewn about. But there are also, I don't know how well you guys can see these hooks on the back here. There are hanging carcasses of meat. The carcasses are not rotten. They're not putrid in any way. They seem recent enough to still be fresh, and there are these numerous barrels and sacks of salts and spices, and you guys can see that there are also dried like jerky meats as well in this particular chamber. But there really isn't much place for the stench to go when they kill.
I guess,
so,
do the animals, they look butchered? They don't look like they were like massacred or anything?
yes, yeah.
Like clean cuts and all that?
Butchered is the, yes.
Okay. I'll put my sword back.
Is there any finished jerky?
Might take a little piece of jerky.
Oh, to the door to the garage, not the. Okay, yes. Okay, sorry about that, fellas. So yes, they do look butchered to Alena, and to the rest of the party who is entering with her.
Oh, I am right behind her.
Okay, yeah. So you guys are traveling as a unit. Let me know if you guys think that you would split off for any particular reason.
I basically would be like, oh, somebody's drying room. Okay, interesting. I just write it off as like, oh yeah, we have one of those. Like, yeah, you just hang your meat and you dry it and you make jerky. Yeah, everybody does that.
Yeah,
It's totally normal.
yeah. One of my favorite Angena lines. Oh, how exotic!
It's a little
Nice
wet down here
catch.
for what they're trying to do.
Yeah. Usually you gotta make sure it dries out.
Well, I would think it'd be a little colder down here too. You don't want all that meat to spoil.
Oh yeah, it's rather wasteful to be honest.
What a stank.
Yeah. That smells like they're all putrid. I don't know. It doesn't seem like a good idea to me.
Any jerky I can give a test nibble?
Yeah, it tastes.
Let's go.
It tastes all right.
Salted pork?
I'll take a pocketful.
Gotta get that pocket jerk.
Pocket jerky.
Yeah, and then so, Vinny, can you mute?
Sorry.
So if you guys are to continue down, I'll describe the room here, and we will pick up next session back here. So
This area is so cool.
clear this out real fast.
Oh yeah.
So this particular room, as Alena and friends enter the space, they can see that it is well lit with. So you guys remember at the Spellibration, there were like joke lights that kids or whoever could throw at each other, and it would tail them for a little bit, like "Tee hee, I got you."
My cabbage.
These are very similar lights, like in terms of the vibrancy with which they glow. And let me just put half tiles here and make it look a little bit cleaner.
Ooh,
So dirty.
It's so dirty.
You dirty hoe.
There you go. That's much better.
Naughty
Well, there's a
Crib.
lot of farming.
Yeah, so you guys can see that there are these there are rather large pipes that are going over these vegetables, and this is where the petrichor scent would be coming from. There are several lights that just seem to be effortlessly hanging and lighting up the space, ensuring that these vegetables are able to keep growing. So, Alena, let me move you right here.
I'm gonna, as a farmer, I'm gonna, it's like, this is brilliant.
Why didn't I think of that?
Who the hell?
I'm gonna just discover and contain environment agriculture.
Biosphere, it's brilliant.
It's a little odd to be down here, don't you think?
I mean, yeah, but the practical applications of this have massive ramifications for farming everywhere.
I'm just with the meat. Something's not adding up.
It definitely looks like somebody's holding up. They're trying to hide from something.
Or they just don't like leaving their house.
But that's true too. But nobody's here, so I think that was a mission failed.
A lot of food here. I mean, you could presumably live in this building without having to leave.
It's very interesting.
Yeah, and Antra is looking around. Well, that was a hell of a tip.
What do you mean it's a...
She like looks over. Well,
What aren't you telling us?
and I'm gonna drop the accent because I just can't pull it out tonight.
what aren't you telling us?
She's like, well, it's nothing I'm not telling you. She's like, we were looking for med kits around the west side of the North Arc and caught word about a little. She's like a little blue lizard with a bowler, and he tipped us off towards an area where the mad mage might be. And she says, like, we knew that was a quest or a job already, and that was someone that Lord Baskins had his eye on. But it was the little blue thing that pointed her in this direction. Her and Lord Baskins.
Oh, you met the person that may or may not be Jiggy?
Jeez, I didn't ask his name.
Oh, yeah.
And she's like, that's a bold little shit though for selling medkits right outside the healer houses.
Yeah, kind of a jerk.
I figured back in
Kind of a jerk. So with that, we are going to end the session here. I got to get to bed, and we'll pick up in 2 weeks and a day for that Saturday